What's going on, everyone, and welcome to kind of another one of those balancing videos that we talked about it before the big Marshall update. And so we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the different roles that I think could be balanced and fixed that would help the game. This is not like a extensive list, this is just 5 roles. And some small things that feels reasonable. Very kind of informal. I'm already planning on like a huge like town nerf video, which is what so many in the community seem to really want. I'm not one of those people, but you know, do what they say. So the first thing I want to talk is Psychic, and this is going to take from Better TOS 2, because I think the Better TOS 2 version of Psychic is better. Where you start with a good will, then it's an evil will. So it takes a day to start pushing evils. I think that is a much healthier way to do that. That probably puts it still in B tier, maybe low B, but it helps, as what everyone seems to want, slow down the game. The second thing is Lookout, and similarly to Psychic, the Better TOS 2 version of it nerfs what is needed of Lookout, which is 2 things. Number 1, it's not an astral visit anymore. And number 2, Lookouts cannot confirm other lookouts. So lookouts are invisible to other lookouts. And lookouts cannot see wildling. So, you know, a reasonable nerf that I think would still put Lookout in A tier. And that would be like a reasonable thing to do. Let's go with the big one, Marshall. Marshall is a fun role in a role-playing game. It is not a great role if your main objective is to be social deduction. So here is 2 things. Here's 2 things to make Marshall better. Number 1, stop the Tribune once a town gets lynched. I think that should be pretty. You don't even need to like kill. You don't even need to like kill Marshall from it. Just the Tribune stops once member gets lynched. Number 2. Stops Tribune if Marshall dies during the day, ending voting phase. So, let's say pops Tribune, Conjure goes, boo, knocks him out. That ends it too. I should probably ret this. Retreat. Support. 1, no 1, knight 2, 14, 2, 7. I have a major nerf to Marshall that we will save for the basically destroying town video. And then there's 2 buffs to non-town rolls that I would throw out into this video. Number 1 is serial killer. And the statement is cautious serial killers ignore trickster. This is kind of a broader thing to throw out, is I think cautious should be beneficial more. Really the only time you're clicking cautious is if you know that a poisoner or a tavern keeper is going to come and try and attack you, and you're trying to hold out. Or you're trying to play silent serial killer. That too. So, I think using cautious more would benefit serial killer and making that more of a useful thing to do. And then this is one that I have suggested before, just to throw out, and it's Baker. And if a breaded target gets killed, bread is returned back to the baker, and they can redish it back out at night. Shocking. So let's say you bred 2. Let's say we're in this game, and I'm Baker. I bred 4, which is Lilith. Then I go to bred Red Vigi, and Lilith dies. I now have 2 pieces of bread to give out the next day. Oh, you plague. So that would be like a easy Baker fix that might make Baker a little better. I don't know. These are just things to throw out. Obviously, they're not like complete reworks like Trickster, what I've done for Trickster. Obviously, they're not anything. Obviously, they're not anything crazy when it comes to you know, massive changes to the game. But I do think it's some things to consider and throw out there. Later on this week, I'm going to throw out one that is all specific to Coven. And so I hope you enjoy that. That is all. We will catch you in a different video.